Hello, and welcome to Sagittarius season. I love Sag season. I am a Sag rising, so I'm pretty partial to it. But also, a lot of my favorite people are Sagittarians, and I love that it is in the end of November and December, and it's just literally bringing joy to the world, you know? I think it's so beautiful that the holidays are in Sag season. And I think that's another thing, like, I think holidays can make you sad because there are family members that are no longer with you, and it's just that reminder that, there are ebbs and flows in life, and I think that it also just makes you extremely grateful for those who are still with you. Like, I wear this cross that was my grandma's, and it's a funny story because I was wearing this cross, and then I really liked this moon, and so I started wearing it, and the chain that it was on was just turning my neck green because it was cheap. And so I made the decision to put the two together. And I think that, relying on something outside of yourself and having faith in something bigger than you is so beautiful. But then I also see the moon as that connection to yourself, that connection to your intuition, that connection to knowing the answers intuitively. And I think it's beautiful when you can combine the two. So, I don't know. I love that I just had that intuitive pull to say, oh, I'm going to put the two together. And also, my neck doesn't turn green anymore. So, that's that. But I also think it's so beautiful that there are so many different religions out there, and that they all celebrate their own way to bring joy to this world, to bring light to this world. And I just see that as Sagittarian season, It's ruled by Jupiter, and it's very optimistic, and it's joyful, and, they are the wanderers, they are the seekers, they're always searching for the deeper meanings of life. And I think if we all did that and just didn't take one thing as truth, we could all get along, We could all just love our neighbors for our differences. So, I love Sag season, but let's see what energy wants to come through. But like I said, I'm a Sag rising, so that's just who I am. Minored in philosophy, always curious about everything, constant seeker. Guess we're pulling two there. And oh my goodness, it was so beautiful yesterday, but it was also a very nerve-wracking day, and I think that that's the thing, right? There's just polarity with everything, and you can find the good, and you can find the not so good. But can you sit with them both? Can you find joy even when times are tough? And I think that Sagittarian season really helps you do that. There's so much chaos in the world, but I'm telling you, that tree that I put up brought so much joy to my life. Who would have thunk it? But just adding light, Like, I always have lights up because they make me happy. And I'm just about that life. Do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy. Live, enjoy life. That's Sag. keep getting lipstick on my teeth, so if that happens, oh well, I'm not going to re-record the whole video. So, such is life. Let's see what we get. Ooh. Oh, okay. Door to romance. Who doesn't love that? And a woman holding a heart. I think last time I got the man holding a heart, so, you know, it's that beautiful polarity. And I got this last time too, and it's the door to value. And whenever I get this, I just feel like it's just sharing your gifts with the world, you know? What's valuable to you, and how can you share that with people? And maybe, you know, if you have extra that you are able to give, know that there are people who are struggling right now. So perhaps you can support them as well. And I think that, you know, is the Christmas spirit, right? Giving to others. And of course, rest and rejuvenation is necessary because we have been through a lot. So, and I think that the holidays are, you know, a beautiful time to just get cozy and drink some cocoa and watch a Christmas movie that just brings joy to you. I feel like, I don't know, that just makes my heart happy. So let's see what animal spirit wants to come through. We got the gazelle. I love that there's the sun. Let's see, and I feel like that feels very Sagittarian. Okay, let's see. That is the gazelle is a fire sign, which is Sag, so that's beautiful. Oh, heightened awareness, ability, and vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hypervigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, artistic. When out of balance, food allergies, insomnia, racing mind. To bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, and good food. I love that. That feels very Sagittarius. And let's do one from the Wisdom Oracle because I really love these cards. I love the messages that come through. I like just pulling one for a theme for the season. What are you doing, P? For some reason, she hates the sound of text messages, like my computer. I got a text message and it just makes her so unsettled. I don't know what that is, but she does not like it. So I typically put everything on silent because I don't want her to be unsettled, you know? Such a princess. Alright, let's see what card wants to come through. Sag season. Okay, works for me. The Fates. That's beautiful. 17. Oh, that's 7. Get it together, Amanda. Fate, karma, acceptance. There are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. This Oracle's message. The Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by Spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. Relationship message. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of Spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, Spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. Prosperity message. Your experiences concerning prosperity and abundance are beyond your personal control right now. You are being invited to accept what is unreservedly. This could be a temporary situation seemingly thrust upon you by outside forces, but there is an underlying purpose you can't see that has been determined by the fates. It could be a situation you are unprepared for, and you may not understand how it will benefit you in the moment. Do not fight the situation. Write it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it, and the serenity you need to make good choices from here on out will be given to you. You will indeed flourish. And a protection message. It is difficult to understand why painful things happen to good people. Fate is a mystery after all. Yet what we do with our circumstances, the way in which we respond to life's challenges, is how we rise to greet our destiny. Now is one of those times to be aware of your powerlessness to change certain situations and surrender to acceptance. Hang in there. Life will only get better. Act as if you believe that for the only thing you can control right now is your attitude. When you align with the fates, being mindful of what you can and cannot change, serenity will come to you. That's so beautiful. And it feels, I did get these two. And there is that. Okay, yes, money might be tight, but how can you find other joy in your life? You know, money isn't everything. So there's that. And then let's do a Sacred Rebel card, because you know I'm a rebel. And I love these cards. Defend to the end the worthwhile. I love that there's an owl. Whenever I see an owl, I always lead it to believe, to listen to your intuition. So let's see. I don't know. I know I've pulled this card for myself before, but I don't know if I've pulled it in here or on here. Beneath the illusions, pretty as they may seem, you know what is real. Beneath the lies, sweet though they may sound, you know what is worthwhile. All that is genuinely and truly essential for the heart to throb with life is worthwhile. Anything that dulls it or suffocates its vibrant aliveness must be questioned, challenged, and more than likely cast aside, for the heart is our key to living an authentic life. What is there once that is compromised? Without its foundation of truth, we are to be forever lost in confusion, doubt, and despair. You are a sacred warrior, a defender of the heart. You have cried genuine tears of your own grief and also the grief of the world. You have raged at injustice and oppression in your own life and in the world. You have felt the need to protect the presence of love, for whilst it is exceptionally powerful, it can too easily be smothered under lies and fear. The sacred warrior must not heed the dangerous voices that say, "Oh, stop being so sensitive. Stop making such a big deal out of things. Love is the biggest deal there is. What else is worth being sensitive about?" The sacred warrior is vigilant that the presence of love is not chipped away by fear, criticism, doubt, or untruths. Even if others find the unflinching honesty of your feelings difficult to handle, even if those feelings are expressed with gentleness and compassion, the sacred warrior honors the task of being more faithful to love than anything else. This includes the fear of loss. Actually, it includes the fear of anything at all. This oracle brings guidance to honor even the smallest steps in your path of the sacred warrior. They are no less important than the more noticeable or dramatic actions on the path. One single misstep can begin a landslide of great devastation. Being vigilant with what is meaningful and what is truthful, even in the smallest and seemingly most insignificant ways, strengthens the sacred warrior and prevents darkness from gaining a stronghold from the inside. That darkness will be intelligent and sneaky. It will tell you that it doesn't matter, that this one time you can forget what you promised, that you are just one person, and that you can't make a difference anyway. That darkness will lure you into sleepy ambivalence and dull your light if you allow it to. The sacred warrior within will fight with love and honor to be true to what has meaning, and never, ever allow it to be cast aside, even if it seems easier in the moment. The sacred warrior finds joy and humor in life. To prevent the seriousness of the task from the stifling heart that just wants to live and be free. That joy brings strength to the warrior, an expanded, relaxed awareness that can sense the presence of fear, whether it is masked as anger, hate, or doubt, and immediately respond to it with fierce compassion. The sacred warrior will not allow fear to gain a stronghold within the heart. This oracle has special guidance for you. You are being asked to stay strong and stand your ground. This might be in a big emotional journey that feels like the fight of your life. It may be in a matter that does not seem to hold much importance. Perhaps, for example, you are contemplating an idea that you feel could be something, but those around you declare it is nothing. Too impractical, too little, or too much. However, what is happening, or soon will be happening, is worthwhile. So hold tight, ask for help through the healing process below. Stay true to the sacred warrior of love that you are, and defend to the end all that is worthwhile. I love that. So beautiful. And I love that there was joy in there because, like I said, Sag season is all about joy, but it is also about finding truth and speaking truth and searching for answers. And, I think that's what's so beautiful about it. They're the archer, they're trying to hit that mark. And I think the most important message is to love your neighbor like yourself. But I think that so many people have forgotten how to love themselves. How could they possibly love anybody else? So there is a healing process. So if you feel called, put your hand on your heart and say, I call upon the sacred warriors of unconditional love. I ask for your support, protection, assistance, and intervention on my behalf through unconditional love, that what is truly worthwhile for the light and life of the heart be protected and preserved within me and in the world for the greater good through my own free will. So be it. And you can repeat that as many times as you feel called. Use that power freely and with great joy. And I love Sag season. Okay, I'm going to pull one Miracles Now card and I'm going to wrap this up because we're already at 23 minutes. I'm telling you, I don't know how to make these short. So, I hope you like them. I feel like they're always very nourishing for my spirit, so I'm hopeful that they nourish yours as well. My happiness can be measured by the level of my faith in love. I love that. I hope that you all have a beautiful Sag season, and my next video will be for our full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini. No, we are in eclipse season, so hang on to your hats, kids. Might be a bumpy ride, but I think that's why it's so important to just create a space of love and joy. So, as always, take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope you have a beautiful nap, and I will see you soon.